Hey everybody, welcome to Skills on Sunday for July 26th, 2020. I'm your host, DM Gallibond. Alright, today we are going to take a look at a feat, and I can already hear some of you saying, wait a minute, we just did this feat a couple of weeks ago, didn't we? Not quite. But we did one very similar, and this is one of those rare cases where 5e appears to take a page out of the 3rd edition book and actually builds feats that work in conjunction with each other. All right, so let's go ahead and get on with the show. We're going to do this a little bit differently because we just did a very similar feat a couple of weeks ago. We're not going to go back through the history. What we're going to do is we're going to compare the two feats in 5e with each other and show how they work together. Today's feat that we are focused on is the Heavy Armor Master. And this one requires proficiency with heavy armor. So you already have to have proficiency with heavy armor, which is one way that this one is set off a little bit different than the other feat that we talked about before, which is the heavily armored feat. And then you can use your armor to deflect strikes that would kill others. You gain the following benefits. You increase your strength score by 1 to a maximum of 20. So the Heavy Armor Master gives you another point in strength. And then while you are wearing heavy armor, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage that you take from non-magical weapons is reduced by 3. So you have damage reduction 3 while you are wearing heavy armor if you have the Heavy Armor Master feat. So let's compare that to the heavily armored feat that we looked at a couple of weeks ago. Now notice this one says the prerequisite is proficiency with medium armor, and that one of the benefits you gain from it is it gives you proficiency with heavy armor. So it would seem like if you're building a character and you want to use these two feats, it seems like you would have to give your character the heavily armored feat first. And then after the heavily armored feat, you could give it the Heavy Armor Master feat. So this is one of those rare cases where things build on each other. Now they had in 3rd edition, they would have all these little tiny micro feats. And where you would have plate armor. The feat would be plate armor proficiency, and then you might have something called greater plate armor proficiency, which you had to take the one before you could take the other, and it would build very specific, very granular bonuses on top of other feats in a stack that you were putting together. And it really made you go through block by block, brick by brick, and put a lot of feats together. Now, of course, there were a lot more feats, and you had a lot more opportunities to take feats in 3rd edition than you do in 5th edition. 5th edition, usually you only get feats every 4 levels. So you don't get a whole lot of opportunity to add feats in this game. And back in the old days, you would get feats much more frequently. All right, so, but what you can see, if you put these two together, they will both give you an addition to your strength score. So yes, if you have both of them, it gives you a total bonus of +2 to your strength score, but the maximum can only be 20. So that's the thing. If you're already starting, like let's say if you're starting with a character that has an 18 strength, You take one of these feats, it bumps it up to 19. You take the other one, it bumps it up to 20. So that's one thing that you can do. And then the heavily armored feat gives you the proficiency for heavy armor. And once you have that proficiency with the heavy armor master, you get the damage reduction. So the strength is going to help you all the time, of course. And then the damage reduction is a really nice feature of the heavy armor master as well. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for our look at the Heavy Armor Master feat. If you like what we're doing here on this channel, please go ahead, like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the post notification bell. That way, every time we put something up on the channel, you will get notified about it. Also, in the comments down below, if you have used the Heavy Armor Master feat with or without using the heavily armored feat. It'd be kind of interesting to see, you know, with benefits that you notice, or how has that really helped your character, if you have built a character that has both of those feats together in the game. And that would be kind of cool. Then in the description of the video, you will see all of the ways you can follow me on social media and pardon me, and information about all of the live streams that I do here on my Twitch channel, as opposed to here on YouTube. And then on YouTube, of course, you can go back through the videos, the playlists, and everything, and see all of the things that I have up on various aspects of D&D. All right, well, that is going to do it for today. I appreciate you guys dropping by. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you later. Good night now.